All right, we're going to teach the difference between distance and time to be able to graph that, as well as factor in the average speed and using the average speed formula of distance divided by time equals that speed. Now, the object, the mission, is to race from Mr. Peterson's house to Mr. Peterson's world, which is this classroom. Then, they got to say hi. Then they got to race to the battlefield, defeat their bad guy. Donnie is paired up with the Krang, and Flash has to beat Dog Pound. Then they have to race back to the house because the winner gets more pizza. Okay? That is the prize. They are racing to eat more pizza. Now, I'll go through one person at a time. First, Flash races. He goes this 10 miles in 3.5 minutes. Then, he hangs out in my world, says hi, sees that the students have drawn pictures of him and put them on the board. Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at that. I'm going to sit down for a minute. Oh, yeah, it is a race. I guess I better hurry. Then he races the 2 miles to the battlefield, which took him a half a minute. Then he's battling Dog Pound. Defeats Dog Pound, but it takes him 7 minutes. Then he has to race back to the house. That took him 4 minutes. That took him 4 minutes. Now, we have to think about the total distance and the total time it took. While you think about that, Donnie's going to race. And Donnie, pretty smart, right? He races from Mr. Peterson's house to Mr. Peterson's world. Says, Mr. Peterson, I need help. When I need help, we should ask for it. So, between Mr. Peterson and Donnie, in 3 minutes, they build a hovercraft. Now Donnie is as fast as Flash. So since they can go the same speed, Donnie also gets across this 2 miles in a half a minute. But he's got to dodge the Krang. The Krang's shooting at him, but don't worry, Donnie's got this. Defeats the Krang in 1 minute. Now since they are the same speed, how long did it take Flash to get home? 4 minutes. So Donnie gets back home in 4 minutes also. Now, our total time, Flash's total time, this is where you add it up. Pause the video, hit play when you have added it up. That's right, it took 20 minutes. 20 minutes. The total distance is the same for both, right? What is the total distance? Hit play when you figure it out. Now, the total distance, 10 plus 12, 2, sorry, to give you 12. But they had to race back to the house, right? So a total of 24. 24 miles. Donnie's total time. Race, they stop, they race, they stop to defeat, then race back home. Who made it first? Come over there, Charles. When we graph it, we have distance and time. I'm going to try to write it upside down. So they're going to race, they stay still in Mr. Peterson's world, they race, defeat the bad guy, race back home. Now, that's just a kind of an idea how the graph should look. Obviously, for both guys, they look different because they stopped for a different amount of time. Time goes on the x-axis, distance goes on the y, because time never
Stops.
Keeps going no matter what. So even though they are stopped here in my world, the time keeps going. So it's a straight line. Their speed is what? 0. Time goes on, but their distance hasn't moved, so their speed is 0. Now we want to find their average speed. So we take Flash, take that 24 miles that he covered, and divide it by the total time that took him 20 minutes. And we take Donnie. What was his total distance?
24 miles.
Also 24 miles. But since he was smart about it, thought of his science skills, science and technology skills, created a hovercraft, only took him 18 and a half minutes. So 24 divided by 18 and a half. Whose average speed is faster? Donnie. Now, you guys need to use the formula to figure out how to accurately do that, because today's objective is to use the average speed formula to solve real-world problems.